Well, I started my voice career at radio school. I went to the Australian Film, Television and Radio School here in Sydney. And the first day that I got introduced to voiceovers was when an actual voiceover came in and lectured our class on how to do voiceovers. And then we got to record our own voiceover, and that's, I suppose, when the passion started, right from that first day. I landed my first job at CFM in Toowoomba, and I was working as a copywriter up there and an announcer on weekends. And the first ad was actually for a skip removal company. I think if I heard it back now, I'd cringe, being so long ago, and my first commercial voiceover. But yeah, you always remember your first one. The most challenging would probably be a commercial I voiced for muscular dystrophy. It was a type of muscular dystrophy called Duchenne. Basically, I had to portray empathy, and it was quite difficult because it was such a sensitive subject, because this illness, it kills young boys at a really young age. So it was just trying to sound natural and sound caring and empathising without sort of going too far. Yeah, it was quite challenging, but I was really happy with the end result. I just love the variety of it. I mean, one day you might be going in and doing a really hard sell read, and the next day you might be, acting and being some character. Yeah, it's just the variety and meeting all the different people from all the different studios and sort of getting to know them and working with them and having a laugh, and yeah, it's just a great industry to be in. I think my strengths lie in the fact that I can take direction really well. I think that's because I also worked as a copywriter, so I was also on the other end of it where I was writing scripts. So often I can sort of see a script and sort of take direction quite well, I'd like to think. Interpretation, yeah. I think it happens to the best of us. I remember one time I was voicing a commercial and the business was in Edmundston Street, and I just could not say Edmundston. I must have said it about 10 times. And I just couldn't do it, and I kept getting tongue-tied. And then we started laughing, and I think when you're thinking about saying a word wrong and you're concentrating so much on it that you just stumble over it every single time again. I think some of my best work has been, one in particular that I can remember is, it was a drink driving commercial, and I had to be this bloke who'd been drink driving and had a car accident, and he'd injured some of his mates. And then I was talking about, what had actually happened that night. And it was just really hard to sort of, I guess, get into his head and, what was going through his mind at the time, and just sort of trying to portray that through word as best as I could. That would probably be the most challenging. Kathy's the queen of voiceovers. I mean, she's been in the industry for so long, and she's so well respected that, there's just nowhere else I'd want to go. Yeah, definitely. I think the real strength is that Kathy has handpicked all the voice artists, so you'll never find two are the same. Everyone's very different, everyone's very unique, and I think that's really something that to Kathy's credit, because when you have a listen to all the voiceovers on the site, you'll see that, you can hear it. Yes, we learned some in radio school, which I still remember actually. There were things like, to get your L's right, lily, lolly, lally, lully, and then silly, solly, sally, sully, and then the usual, like she sells seashells by the seashore, and I sound like a dickhead when I try and say them all in the car on the way to a session. I'm just lucky I'm in the car by myself, or people would think I was nuts. Probably unique. Hi, my name's Matt Dawson, and coming up is some of my work.
Time to switch on to a new car battery? Buy a new one from Battery World and get a $15 trade-in for your old one. Call 13 17 60. Battery World keeps you switched on.